Hello everyone, welcome to my video, where I will be explaining why it's so important to do some research. So, without further ado, let's start. We all know research helps to increase knowledge, and if you didn't, I'm going to explain why. First of all, when a teacher is talking about a topic or you're interested in a topic, let's say for example, you go on a trip with your family to Boston and you see the CSS Constitution, which was used for the Boston Tea Party. Um, you might get interested in what happened here. So, um, so let's say you go online once you get home or to your hotel, and you try to do some research about the Boston Tea Party or the CSS Constitution, and you try to do some research about it. You didn't know anything at the beginning when you went to see the shape in the Boston Harbor, but um, but you were interested in the topic, so you went home and you did some research. Without this research, you would have known nothing about the CSS Constitution or the Boston Tea Party. Probably you would have known a couple of facts if you would have actually read some stuff that they have in the harbor, but most of the stuff you probably learn about the Boston Tea Party, or this is just an example, but when you get interested in a topic, it's so important that you do some research because you learn way more than you could do anywhere else. Um, in my personal opinion, I think that the stuff that is going to be useful for you in life, or stuff that, or most of the stuff that you know, only 10% of the stuff you know you learned in a classroom. And the 90% it's about doing research and research and research and asking people questions, because when you ask someone else a question, it can be a teacher, but the teacher is not usually going to answer you as most questions. I want to explain why, what type of asking questions and to whom you should ask these questions am I talking about. Second of all, research leads to an expansion of knowledge and discoveries of new medical treatments and cures. For example, we all know Madame Curie. She started investigating about new cures, and she did. At the end, she died, but she helped so many people. She saved so many lives. Imagine if scientists wouldn't be intrigued about doing research about how to find a cure for something. We would have 80% of the medicines we have today, because we know 20%, or I think even less than that, 15-10% of the medicines we have today, um, they're natural, and the rest they were invented or discovered by someone who was intrigued by science and medicine, that they started doing some research. So without research, we would have done this. It helps students learn more and quicker. What do I mean by this? It's not the same that a teacher takes 1 week to explain the Civil War than actually going online, look some videos online, or you can read some PDFs, um, or try to find some articles about the Civil War. You learn way more online than your teacher can explain you. It improves your self-esteem. I was reading an article the other day about smart people, and he was saying that people who are smart are more confident because they know what they're saying most of the time, and they're not insecure because nobody can fool them. Because if you're smart, it's really hard that someone can fool you. There's different ways that you can do some research. You can read books, you can search online, or you can talk to someone. But what I was saying, I'm sorry, but I was saying it's asking a vet, like for example, you want to do some research about the Korean War, so you go and talk to a veteran of the Korean War and ask him some questions. That's what I mean. You go talk to people that actually live the experience, of people that are experts on their fields. Not so much what happens with a teacher, because he is a teacher, his profession is to teach. If you research what's on how to teach, yeah, probably would be good to go to a teacher. Most of the time, I would recommend that you go with an expert. If your teacher is an expert, then go ahead and ask him questions. But most of the times, especially in public schools, this is not the case. And my conclusion is innovation wouldn't be possible without research. There must be a previous research in order to create something. Thank you so much for watching my video. See you next time.